Hello. I was thinking about this because early on in my medical education, it's always early on in my medical education. Sorry, but I was thinking about the fact that early on when I was starting med school, during like my didactic years, some of the faculty would lash out at us or like make offhanded comments and say like, "Oh, I'm just getting you ready for it because when you're in the real world, it's going to be so much worse than this." I'd like to be clear, I'm not thinking about anybody in particular when I say this. Like, my educators were great and they've gotten me where I am today. But I really disagree with the idea that if something bad is going to happen and you need to prepare the person for that bad thing by exposing them to it in excess or at all, really. An example of this is when like parents are like, the world is a cruel place, so I'm gonna teach you what it's like. And then they like put their kids through like artificial hardships. Like they try to teach them by artificially creating something worse than it needs to be. I disagree with this for like two reasons mainly that I'm thinking of right now. And one of them is like, obviously, a lot of times it's not actually what that picture that you're creating that is portrayed to be. Life is not actually going to be as hard or mean to them. Like a lot of times the world isn't cruel, it just is, and it's you believing it that's creating it that way. And yes, sometimes it is that way. And in the cases that it is like, yeah, things are going to be harder than it is, you're not always going to be sheltered, why would you take that away from them sooner than you have to? Like when you know that a drought is coming or when you know that a famine is coming, you don't start starving yourself early. That's ridiculous. Instead, you like start stockpiling. You start getting ready for it by getting those things in excess and putting them in storage. You store food, you store water so that when the drought comes or when the famine comes, you're still prepared for it. You still have the things that you need. So then if you're going to expose somebody to an environment where people are mean or things are harder, why would you go ahead and start doing that beforehand, like taking away from the time where they don't have to worry about that, or taking away from the opportunity for kindness and joy and like just relaxing? Like, why? That's ridiculous.